Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Life of Pyramid, and this is the third part of pressure system of anesthesia machine. In this video I will be talking about low pressure system. Okay, so I discussed high pressure system where the pressure was reduced to 40 to 60 psi. I discussed intermediate pressure system, it reduced the pressure to 35 psi, and the last system, that is your low pressure system, here the pressure from 35 psi it will get reduced to 8 to 15 psi, and that pressure will go to the patient. Okay, with that pressure patient will inhale the anesthesia gases. So low pressure system contains vaporizers, rotameters and your flow meters. Okay, so talking about the components, starting with rotameter. So in anesthesia machine you will see a panel. Okay, in that panel you will have a tubes which will have a markings oxygen, nitrous oxide. That is called as your rotameter. Okay, rotameter will contains your flow meters and flow control knob. Okay, rotameter will have flows for different types of gases like oxygen, nitrous oxide and air. Okay, and rotameters will also have flow control knobs. Okay, these flow control knobs are color coded, like for example oxygen you will have white color, for nitrous oxide you will have blue color. Okay, so this rotameter has flow meters as well as flow control knob, by using which you can control the flow. So talking about the flow control knob in the rotameter, see this flow control knob are also of different manufacturing. Okay, like when you will see nitrous and oxygen, the oxygen flow control knob will be like different. Okay, it will be more fluted and it will be more prominent and large in diameter. Okay, this is a safety feature of flow meter which I'll tell you in detail in coming part. Okay, this, remember this, the flow control knob for oxygen is more flooded and more prominent and more in diameter as compared to nitrous oxide. Then this was about your rotameters, that contains your flow meters and flow control knob. Now coming to flow meter. Flow meters means it is a glass tube which is a transparent. Okay, that contains tubes which will indicate the flow of gases. These tubes are also called as Thorpe's tube. The flow of gases in the flow meter will be determined by the bobbin. Okay, the bobbin is made up of aluminium thing. Okay, this bobbin will flute or it will rotate inside the flow meter. So this will indicate the flow of gas. In the flow meter tubes you have markings. Okay, so the markings where bobbin is rotating is the flow of the gas. Okay, the pressure around the bobbin remains constant throughout the procedure, so it is also called as constant pressure tubes. The whole unit with flow meter, flow control knob is called as rotameter. Okay, so now I am coming to safety features of rotameters. So as I said, they are the flow control knobs of oxygen is little bit different than the nitrogen. Okay, because in emergency situation when light is not there, so you can identify without seeing that this is the oxygen control knob and this is nitrous oxide, because oxygen control knob is different. Then flow meters will have fluorescent background. Okay, which will be visualized in the dark. Okay, so that time you can see, without light you can see the flow of each gases, what is going on. Okay, then the bobbin is made up of anti-static material. What it will do, it will prevent the sticking of bobbin to the tube. Okay, so anti-static rubber made up of bobbin, then fluorescent background, then we have rotameters having made up of rotameters, flow control knobs made up of different mechanism. Okay, then another thing, this flow meters are hand calibrated. Okay, so this will minimize very less error. Okay, then talking about position of oxygen, so this plays a very important role. The placement of oxygen, like we have flow meter, in that the first gas is air, then nitrous oxide, then oxygen. Okay, so the oxygen is the third one. Okay, so this will have less leak because oxygen is directly connected to near to your oxygen. Okay, if oxygen will be your first gas, it will have leak, like from here also it will leak, here also it will leak. So the oxygen should be the last gas to enter into the rotameter. Okay, then oxygen nitrous oxide ratio controller, or also known as oxygen nitrous oxide proportioning system. It is interconnected by a pulley in such a manner that rotation of nitrous oxide will automatically rotate the oxygen flow, making it impossible to singular flow or delivery of nitrous oxide. As I have explained you in fail-safe valve mechanism, same mechanism is fixed in your flow meters also. If you will rotate nitrous oxide, automatically oxygen will also start. Okay, it will ensure that oxygen is also going to the patient along with your other gases. Okay, this control will ensure that minimum FiO2 is 25%, which is mandatory to control hypoxia. So this oxygen nitrous oxide ratio controller is making sure along with nitrous oxide oxygen is going. At least 25% of FiO2 of oxygen will go, though this will maintain your hypoxia. Then coming to another part of low pressure system are your vaporizer. The vaporizer are very important part because the gases are now being converted into less pressure. Okay, flow meter is showing your pressure. How these gases will go to the patient? Okay, so this vaporizer, what vaporizers will do, whatever inhalational agent, okay, desflurane, sevoflurane, isoflurane, halothane, whatever inhalational agent is there, it is in liquid form. So when the liquid form is filled into the vaporizer, the mechanism of vaporizer will convert that liquid form into your gaseous form, and that gaseous form is taken by or inhaled by the patient to maintain sedation or anesthesia throughout the procedure. So this vaporizer will convert the liquid part into the gaseous part. Okay, the vaporizer material should have high specific heat capacity and high thermal conductivity. So these both properties, like high thermal capacity and high specific heat capacity, is possessed by your copper. So vaporizers are made up of your copper. Okay, talking about old vaporizers which we can see in your Boyle's machine, so they have ether bottle. Okay, they were not having advanced vaporizers, they were having ether bottles, but now in modern anesthesia machine they are replaced by Tech 5 and Tech 6 type of vaporizer. There is one more additional vaporizer that will give you benefit, like where you can use it for all the gases. See, vaporizers, if I am telling, it is specific for one gas. Okay, depending upon the vapor pressure of the gases, there are different types of vaporizer. Like Tech 6 vaporizer is for desflurane, it is specifically designed for desflurane. You cannot connect isoflurane to Tech 6 vaporizer. Okay, but there is one vaporizer named as Aladdin cassette vaporizer. So this vaporizer will allow all the inhalational agent, okay, to pass through it into the gaseous form. So this is a modern vaporizer, Aladdin cassette vaporizer, but we have not seen in our OTs, but it is a type of vaporizer where all the inhalational agents can be converted into gaseous form. So summarizing the whole topic, high pressure system, 40 to 60 psi, oxygen flush cylinder. Okay, oxygen flush and cylinders. Then we have intermediate pressure system where the pressure is reduced to 35 psi. We have oxygen failure alarm, fail safe valve devices. Then low pressure system, it reduces the further pressure to 5 to 8 psi where we have rotameters, flow meters and vaporizers. So this was the whole thing about the pressure system of anesthesia machine. I hope you guys liked my video and you guys understood something from this video. Do mention in comment section if you have any doubts or further queries. Thank you so much guys.